Hi guys, it's Amy from Jessface90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with this stranger. I've just arrived at her home and I've decided that we should talk. Of course, this is Jess from Jessface90 and her channel, in case you don't follow her, you weirdos, will be linked down below for you. I put out on a video a little while ago what you wanted, and popular demand was a haul. So that is on Jess's channel and the Q&A is here on my channel. So we're just going to go through as many questions as we can and see how far we go. Let's do it. We'll start with something easy to get us going. So this is, what is your favourite type of nail polish? You have the choice of cream, hollow, chunky glitter. So they're the three. I guess you can pick whatever you want.
Me first?
Yeah, go.
Okay. I don't know. This is hard for me because I would say like holographic or glitter or anything that's really sparkly, but when I actually, honest to God, I don't paint my nails that often because I'm swatching so much. But when I actually do go to paint my nails, I almost always reach for a cream.
Same.
Which is not like, you swatch the hollows and you swatch the glitters and you're like, this is amazing, I need to wear this like as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And then when I actually go to paint my nails, I almost always reach for a cream. So I think I don't even know what my favorite is, because I thought I would say hollow, but that's never what I reach for.
And mine's like exactly the same answer, especially with like a child now. When I put on like a glitter, I'm like, this is going to take a long time to remove.
Yeah.
So putting a cream on is just so easy, you know, it's a quick removal, quick application. So I'm going to say cream too.
Roughly how many nail polishes do you have?
I can say, what should we say, by the helmerful? I have 2 full helmers and I have slight overflow, so I don't know if that's like 250, 300. I don't have an accurate count, but if you can put that into context, it's 2 and a little bit of a helmer. I need to get a 3rd one.
This is shameful.
We're sitting here in front of the helmers.
The last time I counted was when I was like very faithful to keep a spreadsheet, which I totally lost track of.
Yeah, me too.
And I think the spreadsheet, this was probably close to a year ago, was the last time I abandoned the spreadsheet. And a year ago it was at like,
I know what you're going to say.
Like 3,400.
Yep.
And so it's probably pushing 4,000, if not over
You've
at this point.
then.
I do. I have. I'm counting the D-stash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I usually keep every mainstay. This was another one. I'll just transition into this, because another one that I had was what do I do with or what do we do with polishes that we like review and don't really care for or don't really plan on using. I de-stash indies pretty regularly to friends and family. I think Amy's taken like a bag of polishes home with her. But I do tend to keep the mainstream polishes because I like to know if once something comes out in a collection, if it's a dupe for something that came out years before, or even lately it's been like a collection before.
Yeah.
So I kind of keep those for reference, but they do add up after a while. So yes, it's a shameful 4-digit number.
Okay, we'll do one just for Jess. What is the most challenging part about maintaining and starting a brand? I've been in the 90 hub as well, and I packed an order.
You packed like 4 orders.
Yeah, I was an employee for a short while.
She put some work in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a really hard time naming polishes. But as far as like kind of balancing the 90 and the YouTube thing, obviously I don't balance them very well because I go like weeks at a time without putting a video up. But I found that since I've started working from home, it is like extremely hard to motivate myself to do things when I'm working from home, because I don't have to get up and go and be somewhere by a certain time. And it's very hard to like make myself get up and do things. I tend to put them off until like the last possible second and then freak out about how much I have to do in such a small amount of time.
Yeah, I think, that's probably the best answer. Time management. I couldn't imagine doing it.
Terrible time management.
Yeah.
Okay, this one says, there's a lot of controversy of late in regards to the British Royal Mail and the restrictions with mailing nail polish.
Yeah. I
know that it tends to make it difficult for me, a Canadian, to get my hands on British indies, and I'd like to try. How does, if at all, it affect you in Britain?
So it's been going on a lot recently, and there's a bit of a campaign started, so we will link, there's a petition going on down below. So at the moment, currently in the UK, you can't post outside of the UK, so if I want to send stuff to Jess, it's now incredibly hard. Back in the day, it was fine, we got things through pretty easy.
Yeah, you actually had she had 2 packages destroyed on the way to me in like a month's time.
Within, it was really close together. So now I can't ship anything out, which makes me feel really awful if people send me stuff. Like I know a lot of people outside the country that I can't reciprocate anymore, which really sucks. Within the UK, it's also a bit annoying for indie makers, not for me. So if I buy 5 polishes from an indie maker, they have to split that over 2 postage orders. So it's just a bit annoying, but in general, what we're doing at the moment in the British UK nail polish community, and we want everybody if possible to start Claire Grey. I started a petition, we will link it down below, we've both signed it, and it's just so the Aviation Authority in the UK will really look at the shipping regulations and see if they still think they're appropriate, but just in general what's happening, but it will be linked down below and anybody can sign it. We had a couple questions about YouTube and being a YouTuber, so we kind of incorporate them into together. So tips on building a channel, best and worst things, and advice. So best things is obviously the person I'm sitting next to here. Friendship is the best thing, and it's real.
It is.
It's like friendship is not. It's so real, but like not just between us, but with other people, and yeah. Friendship is the best thing. With regards to starting a channel, I actually did a video kind of on this, but my biggest tip would be consistency when you're starting out. So if you're going to do one video a week, do one video a week, but do it every single week on that day and keep going. Even if you're going to do one a week, one every 2 weeks, because then people know what to expect. If you do a bunch in 1 week and then disappear for weeks when you're first getting going, it makes people not want to follow you as much. So that's what my biggest tip I think would be.
No. I would say, like if you specifically like a nail polish channel, obviously that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I would think that try not to get so caught up in the like I need to have the newest everything to show in a video, because that can get stupid expensive, and it's not easy to keep up with. If you have like 4 nail polishes, you have infinite videos with nail art tutorials and you know even like favorites and tips and tricks and things like that. I would say just
what you have.
Yeah, work with what you have and don't worry about having to have like, you know, all 12 of a new OPI collection or all like, what's the ones that do 15?
Like KB Shimmer.
Yeah, like KB Shimmer to 16 and stuff. I wouldn't worry about trying to pick those up right away, because that's just...
You can do so many videos. But I do like Throwback Thursday videos all the time on my channel. I think it's like once a month.
Yeah.
And that involves me not having to buy anything new. So...
Yeah, there's a lot of content that you can create without having to worry about pouring a bunch of money into it.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
Because you're not going to get anything back from it.
It's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's for you.
For me?
Yes, Amanda left this one.
Oh, yes.
So, what is your favorite American food, and what is your least favorite American food?
We've been trying all the food since we've been here, and favourite would be, they're so hard. I really like the goldfish crackers, but that's a really, really boring thing to say, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I'm glad there's like a gallon of them in there.
Worst thing, I don't know, I find it weird that there's lots of sweet and sour mixes here, like pancakes and bacon. That freaks me out, and stuff like that. Bacon seems to be on everything, which is just strange to me. I think that would be the weirdest thing. The combinations seem a little bit more exotic here than back home, but I like all the candy, all the donuts, everything has been pretty good, apart from those weird mixes. So
yeah, pizza's
so much better over here, so much better. Yeah. I'm going to go back 2 stone heavy than why I arrived. From one good friend to another, our friend Zanora asked us a question too, and this is, what is your least worn colour or shade of polish? Well, she asked a few questions, but we'll do that one to start with. My least worn colour is pink, I think. Do you think pink too?
Reds and pinks are my least favorite.
Oh yeah, reds.
Like reds, pinks, and oranges. Certain shades, like, you know, like lighter, creamier pinks, I guess. I don't know, like how to describe baby pinks, or like even like Barbie pink, but like hot pinks and bright reds and like really hot oranges, I just don't care for on my nails.
I'm exactly the same. But like Barbie pink, pale pink, yes. I have very few hot pink and then very, very few red. Because I think red is a lot more similar to me. You can have more tones of the other colours, but red is always just red.
Yeah.
Red is just red. Nora also says, have you ever had someone borrow a nail polish and never return it? No, because I don't let anyone touch my stuff. I'm being serious. If you came to my house, you would not be able to leave with a nail polish. If I declutter, I tend to give them to my family, and I don't obviously expect them to come back. But no one's ever borrowed and not returned.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any friends, so this doesn't really come up that often. But like my sister and my mom, I kind of spread my de-stash stuff to.
You let them have what you don't want.
If I let my sister borrow something, I would never see it again.
There you go.
And if I let my mom borrow something, I would just have to remember to steal it back the next time I was over there. So yeah, it hasn't happened. This one is for me.
Go for it.
That's okay. Okay, I know this one. Just butt you out of your own video. Yep. This one said, how does making nail polish affect your reviews, and how does reviewing nail polish affect the way you make it?
Yeah.
For instance, are there any formulas you try to avoid or strive for, and do you think your familiarity with what goes into nail polish helps you better identify components of a given lacquer? Okay. I can't really speak to how reviewing would change the way I make it, because I've never made polish having not reviewed it before.
Yeah.
So I haven't experienced, I don't have anything to compare that to. But I do feel like it's almost made me more lenient on reviews, knowing what goes into making it, because now I kind of understand like why certain things have to be the way they are. Like I understand why anything with like a glitter or flakies in it has to be a little bit more sheer than it would be if it was a cream and things like that. I feel like it's made me a little bit more lenient because I kind of get why it's like that.
You realize how hard creams are to make?
And creams are so hard to make.
Yeah.
At least for me. Maybe there's some like secret that I just haven't figured out yet. But I have had such a hard time with the prototypes of cream polishes that I've made, so I'm still working on it, but I'm not anticipating anything anytime soon, to be completely honest.
Okay, so we'll do some non-nail polish ones quickly. So one said, what is your zodiac sign? So I think I'm Scorpio, if that's a zodiac.
I don't know mine.
What? We should pre-look this up.
I don't know it. I'll look it up.
You're
So I'm Aries.
You're Aries.
Today I learned something.
And someone else asked what my favourite Starbucks drink is, and I don't drink Starbucks a lot because I don't like coffee, but I do drink lots of the fruity mixes and the like iced lemonade and stuff like that. So anything not coffee is what I would drink. You had a green thing the other day.
I had a green tea frappuccino the other day. I'm torn because I like the coffee drinks, but I also like things that are like just a giant, like sugar-filled, barely any coffee, like giant coffee-flavored milkshake. Like a lot of the frappuccinos are, like I guess all the frappuccinos are. But then I'll also go for like the green tea lattes. I actually really like the vanilla bean frappuccinos with raspberry syrup in them. Those are super good. Someone asked about a video about our tattoos. Amy just recently did one.
It's in this channel somewhere. Yeah, about a month or two ago, but it's now out of date because we have new ones.
Yeah, we got new ones while we were here.
But you need to do one.
I haven't done one in years and years. I don't even think I think I took my old one down.
Okay, what is the best nail treatment that you've used to keep your nails healthy, or any nail care tips, I guess, really is the idea of this one. Since I've been with this one, she puts nail oil on, cuticle oil on all the time.
Every time I think of it.
Oh my gosh, so I'm going to do that when I get home, because I really think, I never used to put oil on my nails at all, and that would be my biggest tip, because since I started doing it for swatch photos at the minimum, I noticed it got so much better, and I need to try and get nails like her, so that clearly is
like
working.
the little, well, just these four of these are not, we don't look at these ones. But the pens, I keep the cuticle oil pens with me and I pull them out. Every time I think of it, I pull them out and put cuticle oil on. Because I think the first time we were in the car, and the first time I pulled it out, she's like, are you putting cuticle oil on?
And you got a file in there.
Yeah, I got like a little file, like getting some crooked parts of the file. She's like, what are you doing? Like, this is what I do.
But now that's what I'm going to do too.
Yeah, it works.
It works. Okay, we're going to do one more before we leave, because we thought this was a really good question actually, which is, how does your friendship work that we're being in two different locations all the time, apart from right now? Well, the hardest thing, I'll start with that, is the time difference. Yeah. Because it's like 5 hours normally is different, so sometimes, obviously, I then go quiet while I'm asleep, and then when I wake up, she's asleep, so that's the hardest thing possibly, other than obviously not being able to see each other all the time. Yeah, and a lot of times, like, I'll be like winding my day down. I don't have my phone out a lot, like when I'm working, and I'll be winding my day down as she's like going to bed. Yeah. And so we usually have to like catch up with stuff when we're awake. Yeah. At work, I have it like about midday. Everybody starts to wake up over this side of the world. Yeah, by the time I wake up, she's like halfway through my work day. Yeah. But it works just because I don't know why it works. I don't know. We just text a lot and Skype, and this is actually the first time we've ever been together. And it's working. In the flesh, it's working. We'll do it again. We haven't murdered each other yet, so I think we're doing okay. I was super nervous though. What about me? Like I was really about like having to having to be like in each other's hair for like 10 days straight. Yeah. I was like, what if we come out of this and we just want to kill each other? No, my husband just kept saying to me, well, what happens if you have nothing to talk about? I was like, oh, we'll have stuff to talk about. We like purposely saved stories to tell each other when we met, just because it was like, I could type this whole thing out, or I could wait a few more days and say it in person. Some things in text don't make as much sense in person. True. But it just works just because we just are the same person, just aren't we really? The same type of person. I do think we'll end up doing more Skyping and video chatting and stuff after you go back than we did before you came here though. Yeah, because I've gotten used to talking to you in person. Every single day. It's going to be so low tier. I know. Time comes to split up. But yeah, it just works because it just does. We don't, I don't know. We don't think about it. We don't question it. This is haven't tried too hard. It just kind of happened. Just happened. So thank you so much for watching, and obviously requesting this video anyway, and leaving all your questions for us to answer. Thank you to this one for being in my video and allowing me in her polish room and trusting me not to steal everything. So I'm checking her bag before she leaves. Yeah, it'll be fine. You probably should. So give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and thumbs up and everything on Jess's channel if you're not already, and we will speak to you very soon. Bye.